Whew. So now it's got disconnected. Est-ce que ça fait s'il était de l'autre côté, je comprends pas. Alright. All right. Hmm? Just don't this way. I'm doing nonsense. I could. It's not that hard to do a 100-kilogram row though. I could do it. After this set, I could do it. Hmm? Hey man, or girl. Not sure, I cannot assume. So guys, hope everyone is doing well. It's my first time streaming, not used to that. So I hope you guys are enjoying it. Maybe sometimes there's gonna be a little bit of me just lifting weights. It's still just a real workout session that I would do in my home gym. So nothing is scripted. It's just the way I train. If you have any questions, you can just leave them in the chat. I'll try to look at it and answer in the best way possible. Looking for base drag. Good offer. Come on. That's good. That's good. Muscle flex. Yeah. So, for those who are in the chat, I wonder what you guys are up to. Are you in the gym right now, at home, or what is going on? Yeah, it's not that kind of stream, guys. It's just me working out. So guys, for this first round of exercise, we've done front squats. I tried to be, finding myself between heavy weights and weights in which I can work on my technique, move fast, be efficient, and also achieve depth. So it's very important for people who try to achieve, decent athletic abilities to focus on technique, not just the weight and also the ego. So it's very important to just find the right balance in between, and you'll find yourself getting better than you ever thought was possible. So we started with front squats, and now we're gonna be heading for the lunges. So I'm gonna unload my bar, and we're gonna start doing the lunges. Guys, you'll see my abs at some point, but it's not that type of stream, For me, right now, it's not just about showing off what I achieve, but more about teaching you guys how to achieve it for yourself. So it's not just about showing your body and stuff, Even though it's fun, it's not that type of stream. So sorry to disappoint some of y'all. And plus, it's not ab day, it's leg day. Working on them legs. No more chicken legs. All right, guys, so now after doing our 4 sets of front squats, we're gonna be doing dumbbell lunges. It's gonna be 3 sets of 12s. What's important here is really to focus again on range of motion, technique. Try to go as deep as possible, stay stable, keep your chest upright, try to reach as far as possible in front, but try to keep, when you're at the lower part of the movement, you want to have your knees, flexed at a 90-degree angle. And yeah, keep your core braced, move efficiently. So I'll demonstrate it. And if you guys are doing it at home or at the gym, just focus on the proper technique first and you'll get like results. It's gonna come your way easy, but it's important to focus on putting the blocks of technique first, and then after that you may work on your strength or every other things you want to work on. So let's do the lunges. You could also do them walking if you have a lot of space. Here in the gym, we're gonna do them just forward. So static, we make our step forward and then we push the floor back, coming back to the initial position. I'm gonna start with the 40-pounders. Since it's 12 reps per leg, 24 reps total. So, boom, like this. And then you just roll. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that's set 1, and we have 2 more of those. Hi, Thomas. Hope everything is good. What are you doing now? So guys, this gym here, I can make you do a little tour of it from there, since the camera is on a little tripod. So yeah, it's been a good work in progress, but we're getting further and further into achieving like a decent home gym. I'm always trying to improve, but at the same time, I feel very grateful to be at this point where I have my dumbbells, barbells, have enough weight to satisfy even the strongest lifters. When we started here, I only had 1 barbell, some cardboard on the floor, so when I would drop the bar, I wouldn't like damage the weight too much. Now I'm fortunate enough to have them drop pads. I have my squat rack. For now, it's a half one. I'm pretty satisfied with it. It was not too expensive to get, but at the same time, my goal would be to get a full one. But you know, space-wise, it was good because not only am I training weightlifting and stuff, but I'm also jumping through my garage and stuff. So I need enough space to be able to achieve athletic feat as well as doing my weightlifting and all of the other things we do in here. So I'm very happy with this home gym. It was a big progress. You know, it's like you start with an idea and then you start laying the stones here and there, and then faster than you know, things are progressing. So I'm really proud about it. There's certain things I still want to get, you know, and there's certain things I don't have today because I've shared it with another business partner that I have, but sometimes I will bring it back. You know, I have my battle ropes, I have my heavier med balls, some of that stuff, you know. But in the gym right now, I have everything I need to have in order to train people properly. I have some clients that come here sometimes, and even just training myself, you know, because I'm using public gyms too, and most people that come up to me, talking to me about, you know, what I'm able to do, the shape, and like the things we do sometimes, most of it I've been trained in the gym here. So I'm pretty proud because if ever you have the chance to do that for yourself, what you'll notice is that it's good to have your own space in which you can fail, you can do whatever you want, you can put your own music, your own atmosphere, and this is a good, you know, acceleration for progress because you don't feel like you're doing anything else than anything for anyone else than yourself. You know, you're just working on yourself, you're focused, and for me, it was a blessing. So I hope you guys, if ever you have the chance to do the same thing, that you'll enjoy your own space, and the space is gonna grow at the same pace as you. So it's a good thing to have that. Now I'm gonna take heavier weights. I did my first set with 40 pounds. I'm gonna head with the 60 pounders. This set's gonna be hard, You know, we like it this way. Set 2 was good. Was good. I already feel the pump. Feel like my legs is telling me, what are you doing? It's good. Good feeling. The heart is pumping a little bit, so it's a good thing. At the time, I'm drinking a pre-workout that's called Dominate. This one I think is peach flavor. It's made by PVL, a Canadian brand. I'm going with this specific workout because first, I like the name, Dominate. That's the mentality in which I find myself. You know, I want to dominate my workouts. And then it's Canadian, it's clean, it's pretty strong, so they have a huge scoop inside of it, and like, I rarely take a full scoop. I always go for like maybe a third of the actual scoop because I'm caffeine sensitive, so I don't need a lot. And sometimes I find that me being too stimulated could have a negative impact over the course of time, because when I don't have access to caffeine or pre-workout, maybe it would decrease my capacity. But we've been testing a lot if it was true, and I don't know if it's a placebo effect or no, but when I don't take my pre-workout, maybe because I'm trying to prove something, sometimes my capabilities is sometimes even higher. So I've done incredible stuff without the pre-workout, and even for almost a year or two, I was not even taking any. So, and even more than that. So it's just like, now I enjoy drinking it. I stopped drinking coffee. I stopped doing like drinking energy drinks and stuff. So sometimes I do take my pre-workout, but that's about it. I focus on really, you know, having full control over my body. You know, I don't depend on anything. For me, it's very important to stay natural and like, you know, see where my body can take me without any cheat. So that's why when I lift, you won't see me with like straps when I deadlift, or you won't see me with a belt when I do my squats or even deadlift. I just go raw. Like there's one way with me, and it is the hard way. So I've always said that you shouldn't take the elevator, you take the stairs, and on the road to the top, you're gonna see great things, and then people are gonna come to you and ask you, how did you do it? And this is true. This is really a testament of how my life has been lately. It's just people asking me how I did it, but there's no magical solution. It's really hard work, and also my pride in not cheating my way to achieve, you know, better than average. Let's just me read the chat. Yes, I do take creatine. So creatine is a supplement for me that it stays clean. It doesn't mess with your hormone. It has been tested, you know, over a lot of different studies. So for me, if we want to talk about supplements, the supplements I take right now is EAAs. I take creatines and also collagens. I take my vitamins, and protein powder. So I go with ISO for my protein powder. And creatine is something I take daily. It helps me function, you know, with my brain. It helps my body recover, and also I think it's good for everything that's sports related, where you need to be explosive, you need to go fast, you need to sprint. So that's something I like to take. And also after that, I just focus on having a good nutrition, but I will never take unless I'm like 65 and it's like medical, something that, you know, medically I have to take. I will stay natural. For me, it's something that my hormones are something I don't want to mess with. I'm a father, and like for me, it's important to, you know, to keep all of that preserved, my health. You know, physical performance and appearance is not as important as your health. So it's not, you don't want to look good on the exterior and the interior is rotting, you know. You just want to stay as good as possible. And I know now in the fitness, I'm really mad, guys, because it's just that, man. People are like selling that. I don't know where you guys are in the world right now, but it's like possible to be great without all of that. So let me read again. Interesting. Like if it messed up your stomach, what I've heard from someone who knows more about creatine and stuff is that maybe when it comes into contact with your digestive system, you know, it might mess it up a little bit. But maybe you could try Crealkaline. Apparently, it might be better for your digestive system and it will allow your body to absorb it. But again, I'm no nutrition expert. It's something that has been told to me. So maybe you could ask this question to someone who's better informed than me. But from what I've heard, sometimes, yes, the creatine can have this impact. If it does, there's other ways. And ultimately, creatine could also be found in your nutrition. So if you eat, you know, the meat and stuff, it's gonna give your body the nutrient. It's just the supplementation for sure is better. It goes and you'll feel it right away, and it's gonna add on top of everything you find already in what you eat. But I'm just gonna, yeah. So just for now, guys, I'm just gonna go and do this set, and then we'll be right back to your question. And I like talking with you guys. I feel like maybe I can help some of y'all. So if it does, I'm happy. Guys, I won't lie to you. These days, I've been working my legs a lot. It's something I've been putting a lot of emphasis on. It used to be one of my weaknesses. For a while, I've been avoiding it, and I see that I was just no different than a lot of guys out there. Like, sometimes we don't do the work, and when we do, we just try to get through it as fast as possible. But then, when I said, you know, I started this home gym, I had my twins at the moment, my girls. They were very young, and I had to be present more at home, so I didn't have as much time to go out at night at the gym and stuff. So there came the idea of starting my own gym. And then from there, I only had a barbell and my squat stand, my candles. So you know what? What I did during those, that first year mainly was squatting. Squat, deadlift too, but like mainly squatting, lunges because I got the dumbbells at the same time too. And then I fell in love with the process, you know, like I started seeing some results. There's, you know, for a while in my life, it was hard for me to stay in a crouch position. It was hard for me to, you know, push my body because my upper body has been this way for a while. I don't even work out that much on my upper body. I do, but I know it's easier for me. But my legs, they were not on par. So most of the time when I would do a sport, I've always ran fast, kinda, but I never was able to do more than like I knew I was capable. So when I started training my legs, they became powerful enough to push my upper body. And it also unlocked more of my potential because I just became stronger overall. So it became something I started to appreciate. So I've put more and more effort through the years and it started paying off. Like now people are asking, and like when I'm at the gym, sometimes people are like, oh, I'm not gonna do my legs. And then I'm just like, okay, I don't judge them. But then they see me maybe 3 times a week doing them. So then after that they ask if they should do a little bit more. And then yes, and then the next week, as fast as you know, like they're starting doing it and they see the results, because it's okay to start somewhere. It's okay to feel like you're not there yet. That should be what you're aiming for. You should be working on your weak point. If you have a nice chest and you don't work on your abs, like work on the stuff you don't want to work on, and then your dessert should be the stuff you like to do. Don't know if other people wrote. I didn't see. But yeah, so for Captain Obvious, I just hope that you'll find a way. But again, nothing in that is necessary. Like the supplement is something, now I'm taking the creatine this year, but the year before that, I was not taking any. I've had like some little health problems, and it was just, for me, it was better to not even take creatine. So I just stopped taking anything, and I didn't lose any strength. Like I was still very strong and stuff. The only thing though now while I'm taking it is just I'm healthy again. And I do think that for my brain it's good. Like I've been working long hours. Sometimes I train clients, I start my day around, 5 in the morning, and then I may have a client sometimes late at night. So I just felt like creatine could help me. I don't know, again, if it's a placebo, but for me, I did think that, it's helping. So yeah, I hope that for you, you'll find a way, but go to a place and ask what could substitute creatine in your nutrition, and maybe you'll find your answer. And when you do, just talk to me about it. I would like to know what was your solution. So now let's see what we're up to. This one is not a big leg day, so I'm gonna do glute bridges. So guys, gym etiquette number 1, put your weight back to their places. So you shouldn't leave a mess behind you. If ever you work in a public gym, be respectful enough to bring back your stuff. And again, I'm not trying to talk to you like I'm your dad or something, but if you guys are beginners, it's just something that people in the gym will appreciate, just having a nice space to work. And gym is a disciplined environment, so you want to be as efficient as possible. When you use something heavy, if you're able to do your reps with it, then you're also able to pick it back up and put it back where you've took it. So now we're gonna keep it nice and easy. Gonna do it with a dumbbell. So guys, I'm gonna do my hip thrust. I'm gonna use a dumbbell today. If I was at the gym, I would probably use a machine for that because I like the stability, I like the targeted muscle. Some people like to do their hip thrust with a barbell. I just, for now, like to focus more on my mind and muscle connection. So I'm not trying to go too heavy. I'm just trying to contract my glutes, because the glutes are a very important muscle. If you're not only trying to develop your aesthetic, if you're trying to work on your athletic abilities, the glutes, probably the strongest muscle in your body. So don't neglect it. Even though you're a guy, I know most of the time it's gonna be girls working on it, but the glutes are very important for everything that's explosive movement related. So don't skip them. Like, you need to take care of your posterior chains, so it's very important to work on them glutes. And for me, that's how I'm gonna start this set. So it's again gonna be 3 sets of 12 reps per leg. We're gonna go one leg at a time, so then it's still gonna be heavy with a dumbbell on the hip. Try to keep the tension at the top. Switch leg. Woo. 1, 2, 3. This leg is more tired. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. I felt it. I felt it. I felt it. And also, guys, what I would stress here is just the importance of working unilaterally. So one side at a time, because what you'll notice as you progress is that just doing one variation of a movement is not going to be enough. You need to isolate one side, and it's also going to make you see which side dominates more in one movement. So it's just going to make you find your weaknesses. And then once you'll get back to doing both sides at a time, you'll just be way more efficient. So try to work one side at a time. It's gonna make you more stable, stronger. And again, here, I'm not just talking to those who want to build their body aesthetically. It's both. It's both. Like, I don't think that if you're a bodybuilder, you would lose anything by doing what I say you should do for an athlete. Because again, sometimes I have bodybuilders like coming up to me and asking me how to like split, how to do their splits, you know, on the workouts, and how to build their programs and stuff. And we just discuss, because at the end of the day, you're just trying to have a better version of yourself, so you shouldn't be skipping. It's like creating your character in a video game, you know. At the moment, guys, since I said video games, I've been playing Assassin's Creed. For me, since I was a teenager, so you know, I don't know how much time it's been since the first game, but I just fell in love with Assassin's Creed. Maybe not everyone's gonna like this game. Obviously, there's other games out there that I didn't play, but they got my loyalty a while ago by the character they created and also the universe. Like the original story for me is where I started playing, and then even now as an adult, I go back to the games. This time, you know, I'm playing again for Assassin's Creed Origins. So I've done the games, most of the games, you know, I've ended all of them to 100%, you know, all of the missions, all of the things, but now I'm doing it again. It helps my mind. You know, sometimes with life, we all are running all the time, you know, the kids, this, that. So, do I have another message? No. I don't see. But anyway, yeah, I've been playing Assassin's Creed, and I would like to know, you guys, what game should I play knowing that? Like, do you have a better game? I've heard that Crimson Desert was pretty good. I know Red Dead Redemption is also a very popular game. I've been playing, some sports game, Madden and stuff, but I don't know, Assassin's Creed, I like to go in the past, see the architecture and the open map. There's a story behind, so yeah, I've been enjoying it. So I have one more set of these. Obviously not the most elegant move you could do, but one of the most efficient. So I I feel like you should try. If you never did hip thrust, this is your invite, so try it. You could focus on tempo now, have a 12 rep set. So it's a long set, but for the next one, I'll try to focus more on like squeezing at the top of the movement. It's important. Going on to like now we're heading towards summer. So, I've been spending most of my winter working on weightlifting. I've ran here and there, because I have access to a center, but nothing even remotely close to what I do in the summer. And it's okay like that. I feel that everything has a season. Like, I live in Canada, and we have 4 seasons here. It's not summer all the time. And I feel that, once winter comes, I'm not someone who has a lot of fat on his bones, but working on my muscles, gaining a bit of mass is helping me go through it. So, and it's also helping mentally, because here we have less light in the winter. We also change the hours, so all of our systems sometimes gets messed up. Most people you see here in Quebec, especially, you see them in the middle of the winter, and they won't be the same person you see in the middle of July. Like, everyone is changing so much. It changes their mood. Like, some people go through to seasonal depressions and stuff. So I think that gyms are a place that helps people go through it. And I'm one of them, like going to the gym, even in my own gym. And there's years that are worse than other. This year I found that, yeah, it was a lot. The winter was something. We went to a trip also in Barbados, me and my family, but it's just that when we came back, it was also a shock. You go and you live the perfect life for 2 weeks, but then you go straight back to the harshest part of the winter. So I had to readapt, come back to that, but I cannot complain because it was still a very good thing. Going with the family, everyone was there. And after that, yeah, when summer comes, I'll be running. I'll be working on my explosive power because I've always said that you shouldn't avoid working on something just to optimize the other. I feel that me being more muscular, sometimes people, and I'm not saying people are hating, no, but some people might be surprised of the way I'm able to move because I've been working on it. You know, not only am I working on getting the muscles, building the muscle, but then I learned to work with it, working on my endurance, stamina, working on my speed, and also everything, you know, jumping. Like I still have more than 40 inches vert. I can broad jump more than 10 feet while also being able to lift heavier weights, which means that in most cases, people will try to work on strength and they won't be as fast, or they work on speed and they won't be as strong. But for me, it's just I'm trying to be hybrid, the terms that comes more and more here and there. It's something I embrace, you know, it's something that even without a term, I would still try to be. So for me, it's not, I'm not trying to copy anything. I just find that exactly when I play games and stuff, when you build your character, there's many different things you work on. Your character shouldn't be just focused on one skill. You should be able to do a bit of everything. Despite the fact that sometimes, yes, it's gonna be hard to do so. Like now I'm at 220 pounds. So of course it's harder for me than when I was 195 pounds. But it's not a deterrent for me. I will still do what I have to do. That was good. All right, guys, so this part is done. Now it's time to work on calves. So it's something I work on almost every day. When I do upper body, I also work on my calves. So now we do lower body. So there's no reason why I shouldn't do them again. So for the calves, guys, for those who are there, I don't know how many people, so we have some people. So for the 3 people who managed to stay with us, for the calves, we are going to do 4 sets of 20 reps with a plate on the bar. So what you want to be trying to focus on is really the connection between your calves and your mind. You don't want to rush it, you don't want to jump the reps, so you just want to do them with technique. So you want your calf to contract. It's going to be painful, but again, this is something you shouldn't skip. So if you're really interested in gym, like, and trying to get better and stuff, you should definitely accept that it's gonna ask something from you. It's gonna make you pay a price, and after a while, it's still going to hurt, but less. You're still gonna start to enjoy that. It's not just negative. It's really something you turn into a positive. Your body's gonna get stronger, and you're gonna fall in love with it. Like this, shoulder width, and then boom. was a little hazy. So yeah, for the calves now, I think I'm gonna add more weight. And I still feel from the last session I've worked them, which was yesterday, because yesterday I did upper body. And then, you know, at the end, my philosophy has always been that once you've done what you said you were gonna do, then you must do what you enjoy doing. And back in the days, it would be me doing biceps all the time as extras, bicep, triceps. Now I do my weak points that I consider weak points. Maybe other people wouldn't, I don't know. But for me, it's like forearms and calves. So it's something I enjoy doing as extra. But it doesn't mean that because I've done them yesterday, I would not do them today. And maybe some people may argue that it's better to let them rest and stuff, but I find that for a muscle like calves, they are solicited a lot in your daily life. So I don't think that it's too bad for me to work on them. Like you are walking all the time, standing. So I go with that mentality when it comes to training them. I feel that I want my calves, I want my body to feel that they can do it all the time. And it was the same for a year. I was training squats a lot and I was doing them all the time. Every day I would be putting 4 plates on my back and I would do squats. But then I became strong. And I'm not saying it's something you should do. I'm just saying that I wanted to see for myself if it was something possible. And my philosophy behind it was that by example, and I might be wrong, I'm no physician or something, physicist, I don't know. But for me, I felt that like if, by example, the gravity of Earth would change and then your body would need to adapt and become stronger, more resilient, then over the course of time, it would become accustomed to the new demand. So I've always thought of training and weightlifting as like a stimulus to teach your body something. Your body doesn't know what you're actually doing. It's just learning the need of the environment in which you are being put in. So for me, I was teaching my body that, here we need to be able to live 405 every day. And I was telling that to myself too, like it was a survival thing. And honestly, the first week was hard. My nervous system was more tired, but after that, my body would get used to it. So then my minimum that year that I could do, even like cold, like without a warm up, it was 4 plates. I would just come to the squat rack and I would be able to do it. So it's all about teaching your body something. Your body doesn't know. Like the gym is just a way to give it a message. So now guys, I've jumped. I'm not 225 pounds and it should stay the same, to be honest. Like the calves, pretty strong, so let's do it. I think I'm just gonna put all of my bumper plates. So guys, that session in particular is inspired a bit by what bodybuilders would do back in the days, because I'm a fan, and I don't say that often, it's not true. I'm a fan of golden era bodybuilding, despite the fact that, like I said, I'm natural and stuff. I still learn from these guys the way they were training. Obviously for them, taking steroids and stuff was a way to, you know, accelerate their recovery. It would allow them to do very strenuous workouts session and then recover and go right back at it. And I followed that same mentality, but naturally. So for me, what happens sometimes would be that I would be very tired, but at the same time, I would just keep on pushing and coming back despite the fact I would feel bad. And then eventually, I think I've managed to achieve something that is over what, you know, the average people are able to do. But I've done it, and it was not always easy. Like I said, I'm a father, I have a big family, I have my dogs, I have my clients. But I try to find balance in all of that because I have my goals for myself, you know, trying to, you know, go heavy, being strong and stuff. But at the same time, I just don't let it stop me. Like, I don't, I have that pride, you know, like for me is, I don't want to say that like, that I am not able to do something like, and I had some friends of mine also telling me that when we were younger, taught me, you'll never be able to reach this and that, you need to take steroids if you want to do. And I said, no, like, I'll show you. And then now these people are giving me respect because they've known that since that living room talk until today, I stayed with my discipline and the stuff that I said I was gonna do, like just working hard. I've been like that. I don't know at some point if it's gonna change, but I keep it like tight inside of my core values to just push myself the right way. And I hope it's gonna pay off, you know, like at some point. That's also why, guys, I'm sharing it with you too. It's just that I see all of these people making it happen by doing it, I won't say the wrong way, but at the same time, it's like, it's the easy way for me, I find. Like, it's harder to do it the long way, but it stays with you. It belongs to you after that because you've worked for it. You didn't buy your way into looking a certain way. And then once you stop buying it, you look like you go back to what you were, and sometimes even worse. Because in the meantime, you've scrapped your health, you've like maybe you took the wrong path so people don't even recognize you. It's also not just physical, it's also psychological, hormonal. So guys, it's important to do it the right way. That's why I want to talk with y'all. Like, it's not for me at this point because I would do it without the camera. I've been doing it and I will keep doing it. But if sharing it with some people, I see that there's one, two, three people maybe. So like for you guys that are listening, I just hope that you do the right thing. Like, do it and you'll see people are gonna come. Like, do it. So I have one more set, guys, and then I'll be done. I might do a bit of abs after because I've also identified my abs as a weak point. I haven't been working on them a lot these days. I haven't stayed honest towards my abs, so I might do a little set of abs for not to show them, just to work on them. So last set, we're gonna go heavy on the calves. That I'm gonna go walk with the dogs. I have to do it. I have to do it. They deserve it. And now it's getting a little bit warmer here in Quebec. Hopefully the snow's gonna melt. It's been a long winter. It doesn't want to leave us. It stays with us. Normally in March, end of March, like that, we're done with the snow. But this year, we've had some glimpse of spring, but finally, winter came. Bow! we thought we was free. So yeah, last set. Ooh. Woo. Yeah, you feel light after. Yeah, guys, we're done with the calves. So now, for abs, I'm gonna do Russian twists. And then I'll be done. So for Russian twists, we're gonna do nice and easy, 3 sets of 30 reps. So it's 15 on each side. And later today, I have my clients. They're gonna come by. I have 2 football players, because I'm an ex-football player, so I'm also trying to pass the torch to the younger generation. They are doing very well. They're already ahead of what I was at that age. So it's just impressive how each era has something different, because I think my era was pretty good. I think that there's a little bit of different eras that came in between then and now. But I find that this era right now is full of like youth that are really trying to push their limit at a young age. What I would say though is just that, yeah, like I tell them, it's just take your time with the process. You don't want to burn yourself too fast. Like you don't want to come in your 20s and feel, or even before that, you don't want to arrive at your like 15th birthday and felt like you had a career, a long football career. Like you still want it to be fun. So when I train with them, my main goal is never just the results and stressing upon that. It's mainly having fun, having this nice human experience in which we talk about life. So it's more like a mentorship. It's not just a coach player where they are just a number. It's mainly me learning about them and also sharing tips with them, because when I was younger, I didn't have that at all times. I found some mentor along the way, so I must thank them, because I hope they're proud right now, because like the kid I was, the man I am today, 2 different people. Things that stayed sometimes, but there's a lot of things that because of them, I got better in life. So now I'm giving it back to, you know, the young kids that come to see me for direction. Yeah, now I'm hungry a little bit, but I think I'm gonna take the dogs out first. Then I'm gonna eat. Then I also have some things to do around the house before. So let's do it quick. Gonna finish my abs. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22, 29, 30. Whew. Yeah, it's pretty hard like that. Sometimes I do it on the ground with my legs up, and I thought that doing it on the bench would be the same, but even with my legs on the bench, it feels like rowing a kayak. Yeah, it feels like it's not as easy as I thought it was, but it's okay. Still gotta pay the price, and then after that, we're gonna be done. And I hope that for those who watched and those who will watch, because I think it's gonna stay on YouTube. It was my first streaming. Again, I'm not used to do that, so for me it's a learning experience. When I train, yeah, sometimes we do film for YouTube and stuff, but I'm someone who lives in a bubble sometimes. You know, when I do something, it's like I'm hyper focused. But I did like the experience. It's not something I'm used to, but maybe it's gonna allow me to grow as a coach. So for the people who wrote on the chat, it was interesting having that little chat with you, and I hope it was helpful. So let's do the last rep. Yeah, it was good. It was good. So hey, Neogenesis family, because if there was some new people, you're still part of the family. I hope you like this little live streaming that we've done. And stay tuned, because we're gonna do more, not only in my own gym, we're gonna try to do it at the gym too, and maybe in other areas of my life. Just let me know if you've listened to it, what you preferred, and also which approach you would want me to have in the next one. So as I teach you how to become better lifters and bodybuilders and stuff, maybe you'll become able to teach me how to become a better streamer. So I give you my humble thanks, and I'll see you in the next one, guys. It was a pleasure. Ah!